What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to talk about the news real quick and then break down the charts. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire community as a whole. So what's happening with the markets is SPY was testing its resistance at 535. We're actually up about 0.08%. We had a little bit of a dip only to get bought back up just a bit. And the question is, what's going to happen? So the reason why the market saw a little dip is because of this news involving the Middle East. The U.S. just announced that it's rushing firepower to the Middle East amidst the whole situation. And there's been a lot of talk about an attack. Apparently, the U.S. Defense Secretary said that the attack is very, very serious, and the risk of that is very, very high right now. There's been a threat that the attack is going to happen this week, especially today. So you want to be very, very careful. Just so you guys know, okay, if there is an attack, okay, not saying this is going to last forever, but there will be a temporary dip that comes to the market. It's a big one. So the market's going to have a big reaction, in my personal opinion, if there is a big attack. And I'm not talking about like, the same extent as what we saw back in April. I'm talking about something huge, right? A massive, massive attack that's even bigger than what happened back in April involving Iran and Israel. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. Now, amidst everything that's going on, SPY is actually getting bought back up, which is a good sign, at least thus far. Make sure you watch this 535 resistance. We'll have to see if SPY can break this. If that does break, I'd be looking for 538. And if we fail to break 535, look at 532 as key support, not to mention 530. 530 is going to be another very, very important level. So we'll see how the reaction ends up looking. But just know on the 5-minute time frame, this is what SPY looks like. We started off with this dip only to get bought back up. So it was like this. We got a nice, almost like V-shaped recovery so far. We dipped only to get bought back up. And so far, we're seeing buyers trying to defend SPY. So I'm going to be looking to see if we can try to break 535. I mentioned in my morning video that charts are favoring upside. And as you can see, we are getting bought back up for now. But with the whole situation involving the Middle East, just know that things are a little bit more complicated now. And just watch that 535 resistance just to see what kind of reaction we get from SPY, if we can break that or not. And so far, there are buyers defending it. Watch 532 as critical supports, and we'll see if we continue to get bought back up. For Nvda, we're looking bullish. We have this 110 area that's worth watching. That's where we have these wicks. Break that. So I think our next target is going to be this 113 area. So far, we're looking pretty good with a nice accumulation structure. For Bitcoin, it's essentially the same thing. Bitcoin is also getting bought back up. Look at resistance at 59,700. We're doing a good job at fighting this. And I do see some more upside potential in this. So far, we're doing a good job. So we'll see if this continues. I think that there are a lot of buyers defending right now. ES, notice how this didn't dip much. We actually held above our 20 EMA. Look at 53.61 as resistance. If that breaks, we're going up to 5,400, if not higher. SPX is trying to get bought back up. We dipped a little bit, but we're still in the green on SPX, and we're seeing buyers defending. So buyers are once again trying to push this higher. We're still in a range right now, but there is upside potential for us to get to about 53.60, then eventually closer to 5,400 if that breaks. So we'll see. For Tesla, here's the thing about Tesla. So amidst this news, we hit 200. We dipped down to 195, but now we're seeing buyers defending it. Tesla needs to hold 195. If we hold 195, yes, we could try to rebound closer to 200. If we lose 195, Tesla will turn bearish. So we barely held support so far because the market dipped after this whole situation. I need to see Tesla reclaim 200. If we could reclaim 200 flats, then yes, I could be looking for a nice bounce. Otherwise, it's just range bound between 195 and 200. So we'll see. I do think it's going to try to get bought up a little bit more, but that 200 resistance is kind of tough for Tesla. I was really hoping this would break. I was seeing signals that this would try to break. We attempted to do so and kind of failed during the pre-markets. And even as we opened, we're still kind of struggling a little bit. So Tesla's showing a little bit of weakness, but we're not necessarily crashing. Don't kind of like exaggerate or kind of worry a whole lot about that. It's more like we're just range bound on Tesla. We're a little bit lackluster compared to SPY, but we're just range bound for now. So we'll see how things develop. For the QQQ, we're looking a little bit more bullish, in my opinion, especially compared to SPY. We're actually up 0.3%. So this is doing a little bit of a better job at holding up, because you have to consider that the QQQ it dipped a bit only to get bought back up, and we're testing 452 as resistance. The next level is going to be 454. If that breaks, then we have this gap to fill above. So see if we break 452. Our critical support is 447.5. If we lose that, there's going to be a dip, but this is still favoring the upside. For Aapl, in my personal opinion, is looking bullish, still trying to fill this gap. I think we will fill the gap eventually to 219, so it's looking pretty good. Other stocks like the IWM are barely at 205. We got to hold 205 or else we're going down to 203. And we also want to break above 206.6 to turn back up. I don't think the IWM is too fun to trade right now. It's just very choppy, very sideways for now. So there's not really a whole lot else that's going on with it. Same thing with Coinbase, very choppy price action. We need to break past 195 to turn bullish. And to be bearish, you want to see it lose 190. We're just in the middle. So I think it might just consolidate. Looking at Amzn, we have some more upside potential. We have 168 as resistance. If that breaks, we're going all the way up to about 171. Otherwise, I still see potential in Amzn to kind of like push higher, but we need to hold above 166. By the way, so it's a very, very tight level. On Meta, I called a little bit of a dip that's likely coming to about this 515 area, and I'd said to watch to see if we get a bounce. We need to hold this support at 512 on Meta, or else there's going to be a bigger dip to about 502. So watch to see if we hold critical support. We got to hold this. If we do hold this, we'll look for a rebound. If 512 holds, we're going to be looking for a nice bounce to 520 again. If we don't hold 512, we're going to be dipping. So be careful with Meta. Also, Microsoft, we were trying to push. I was hoping this would go higher. We're barely holding support at 405. If we don't hold that, we're dipping down to 402. If we do hold this, we will rebound. So far, we'll be watching to see if this holds. I'm seeing some weakness on some tech like Meta and Microsoft, but Google is also consolidating. We did push up to fill this gap. We're making an attempt to do so, but we're still kind of consolidating right now. Lose 164 and we turn back down. Otherwise, we're just trading sideways. So I think it's just going to consolidate. So there's not a whole lot else with that. But like I said before, SPY is holding up decently. We dipped a bit only to get bought back up. The news right now is very intense. So just in case, if you guys do see a huge dip, know that something likely happened. So we want to be very careful with that. But just know so far the market's doing a good job at holding up. And some stocks like Tesla, unfortunately, aren't as strong as I was hoping they would be. I was hoping we'd actually try to break 200 on Tesla, but we came just short. And we're currently shuffling around 196, which isn't really that far, but not the best of price actions that I was hoping for. So we'll see if Tesla holds 195. I mean, we're just range bound for the time being. I'm really hoping we get bought back up more, but Tesla's a little bit lackluster for the time being. Not the end of the world. I'm still bullish overall on Tesla, at least for like the more medium term. I do believe Tesla's going to be fine, so please don't worry too much. With that being said, I just want to thank you all so much for listening. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys in another couple of hours, and peace out.